welcome to Befe Show. Thank you so much for joining me, Kina Befe, on today's episode. As you know, Befe Show is all about our African food and lifestyle. Today I will be cooking okra soup. The memory I have with okra soup is that when a child is growing up and you're trying to teach the child how to swallow, like gari, fufu, semovita, the best soup to use is okra soup, and that's because when the child is swallowing the soup, there is no stress. The gari just goes in straight. The okra soup helps to, take it straight into the stomach. Yes, so let's not talk too much. Let's just go straight into the ingredients we'll be using today. So for the ingredients, we'll be using okra. This is the style of the dish. You can decide to chop your okra or grate it, but for this recipe, I grated mine. The next is a stockfish, just to add that African flavor to the soup. Then I'll be using yellow onion. The reason why I'm using my yellow onion is because I want to have that crunchy feeling whilst I'm eating the soup. Then I have my salmon fish. You can decide to use any dried fish of your choice. I have my pumpkin leaf, that's ugu leaf. You can decide to use bitter leaf or oziza. I have my palm oil, this to give the soup that color and make it more attractive. I have my chicken and chicken stock. You can decide to use any meat or fish of your choice. This is periwinkle. You can decide to use the one that is still in the shell, but this is what I have, so this is what I'll be using. I have my shrimps, African shrimps, also known as crayfish. So now this is my pepper. I'll be using one red and one yellow Scotch bonnet pepper. The reason why I'm using the yellow Scotch bonnet pepper is the flavor that it adds to our African meal. I'll be using my salt to taste and then my cube to taste. So that's the ingredients for today. So let's move into the cooking process. Yeah, so this is my my chicken and the stock boiling. The next thing I'll do is to add water because that water will not be enough. Please don't add too much water. I think this water will be enough for me. The next thing I'll be throwing in my stockfish, very simple meal, my onion, my fish, salmon fish, my shrimps, and mix. You have to be careful because you wouldn't want to scatter the salmon fish or any fish you're using. This is the size of the cube I'll be adding because the stock already had cube in there. And then I'll add my palm oil. Try to stir around. We might be adding more water later on, but I want this to simmer on medium heat so that all the flavors will come together. So let's chop our peppers. Okay, if you can't chop it with your hands because you're scared of the spiciness of the pepper, you can decide to roughly blend it because you wouldn't want the pepper to get missing. Someone might say the pepper is going to stink me, right? Yes. When I'm done chopping, what I'll do is that I will use salt to rub my hands and then keep it for like 1 minute. And then wash it with a soap, liquid soap. And then I'm good to go. Nothing to worry about. Callous. That's what I love. Callous. Okay, let's check how our soup. Wow. Oh, the aroma in this kitchen now. You won't understand. So now our oil is cooked. All our ingredients are well combined. So I'm adding our okra. We are not going to cook this okra for a long period of time because we still want to retain all the nutrients in the okra. Wow. Look at that. If the okra is too thick for you, you can decide to add water to it. Then I'll also add my chopped peppers. There's this belief that if you want your okra to really draw, you shouldn't cover it. Don't cover the pot when you're cooking it. So we are going to leave this pot open and allow it to simmer on medium heat. Okay, before we add our last two ingredients and our salt, then we are good to go. So this just simmered for like not up to a minute. So I'm adding my periwinkle. And then my leaf. You can add as much or as little as you want. All depends on you. Oh, good. This is delicious. Beauty. Delicious and beautiful. Our okra is still fresh. We don't want our leaf to die, so we'll just leave this to simmer for like a minute and then we'll test. We'll know if we are to add salt to it or not. So let me taste it and then perfect. Just perfect. Everything is still crunchy. It's time for the eating section. Yes, we are done cooking our okra soup and I'm going to be downloading this with Gary. This is the most interesting part. You can see the fish, the chicken, the periwinkle, the slash of red pepper. The okra is still crunchy. In fact, let's just go straight into business. No time to talk. You know, for you to eat okra soup, you need a special skill, like the skill of swinging. If not, you're in a mess. You need to add some fish to it. That is it. Everything is still crunchy. The okra, the fish, the onion, the leaves. Perfect. I'm sure you enjoyed what you just saw, from the cooking section to the eating section. As for me, I enjoyed the eating section. Now that you know how to prepare okra soup, go prepare it for yourself, your friends, your family, even for your enemies. Thank you so much for watching.